For those who want to know why my gloves yellow, because when you find a favorite pair of gloves and use them a lot, they get little holes. So to make them last longer, just put some masking tape on them. And it also helps to reinforce the fingers when you're holding on to some things. That's why my gloves are yellow. All right, thumbs up. Got to get ready for the big storm coming tomorrow. The scraper bar on the Ego Snow Blower has gotten really bad, so I got a new one right here. This is a brand new scraper bar. Gives you the instructions. And this is a new scraper bar right here. Brand new. And what's nice, they give you new hardware, because the hardware on snowblower is scraped up, rusted up, and I was thinking I might have to find some extra screws, but luckily it comes in a kit. So let me just put the snowblower. Now make sure your battery is out of here. There's no battery, so you don't get accidentally snowblowed. And if you look over here, it's all scraped up. There's hardly anything to grab onto. Okay, so whenever you're working in the concrete, you might want to protect your knees. So I got a nice knee pad I bought. Now these new fasteners, they're nylock retainers. It means a little bit of a nylon ring around the actual nut so it stays tight. There's also another thing that this kit will have, and that's a spring washer. I'll show you. Careful not to lose them. It's a spring washer. It's cupped. So when you put it in, you got to make sure that the cup is facing that way. So when the bolt tightens it, it creates tension and these won't loosen up. But first, have to remove the old ones. So let me get this out of the way, start removing the old ones. You got to be careful to remove these and grab onto them somehow. Now these are 5/16 or 8mm, but there's not much left of that, so I got to use a vice grip to loosen it. Just a lot easier. Like that. And you want to pull, put some tension this way, because there's a square part that has to keep the nut affixed, otherwise it won't come out. So I'm actually pulling a little bit this way. These get really scraped up. The reason why I put the wheels, because when you're running on a low scraper bar and you have a sidewalk that is uneven, what ends up happening is the snowblower jams up on the scraper bar against the edge of the concrete sidewalk, and then it's no fun. You're always bumping into it. Okay, now there's gonna be washers here. Got the washers. And this will come free. I want to just position the auger so it's out of the way. And here's the old scraper bar. There's little square things in here, so when these go in, they stay fixed. They don't move around, so then you can tighten up the nut. So just be sure to collect all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. Make sure you get all 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 way over here. All right, now it's time for the new scraper bar. Okay, you gotta get in position now for the new scraper bar installment. So the tools I'm going to use, I brought 2 of them. One is a 8mm and one is a 5/16. They both will work. 5/16 is like the metric equivalent. Get all my fasteners out. Make sure I got all the fasteners. There's 5, 5, and 5 washers. So, first thing you want to do, get this in position like this. And once it's in position, then start with one. Easy to access, which is one in the center. So it goes in like that. That's all it is. Pretty simple operation. So now I can get this one started. So the trick is make sure when you put the spring washer, the cup is facing the machine. That. So then when this gets tightened up, now see there's a nylock fastener, so there's a little piece of nylon, that little blue thing, that helps to create tension when you tighten it. So I'll use an 8mm. 8mm right there. I'm going to hold it from this side here, just so it doesn't push forward away from the hex shape inside the scraper bar. Now I'm not going to tighten up all the way yet because I want to make sure I can get the other ones in without an issue. Sometimes you might have to jiggle it around. Just to make this a little bit looser. Got one in. Then put another washer, another nylock nut right there. That's in. And I'll start the bottom. Now I could just leave this piece of grass here, but kind of want to get that out of there. There. So it's a little bit cleaner install. Someone was doing this at the store level. Customer brought in their snowblower and had some grass on it. The technician should remove the grass, so it's a cleaner looking install. Put a little tension on this. Make sure it's seated to the square end. Start up here. So it doesn't take that much time, but you just got to make sure you got the right tool. So it's definitely an 8mm. Now for this one, I'll switch it to a 5/16, just so you can see 5/16 will work. 5/16. So it works. And the last one is here. And then time to tighten it up. And because it really should be a 8mm, because these tend to be more metric, I will use the 8. First I'll get my center snug. I'm just kind of watching how this is seating down. Got a good tension. You don't want to crank on it because you end up stripping it if you're too robust with the tightness. So just go nice and easy, just so you get it started, and then do a final torque. And I'm going middle, outside, outside, inside, inside. Just about done. Now these would be tightened what's considered inch pounds. So inch pounds, to tighten them, the tension torque is kind of like that's good. That's good. That's good. It's not a lot. It's just, see, like if I were to hold my finger and just, that's still too loose. That's still too loose. That's better. Right there. Now check them all. Good. 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 Do the final torque. And if you want to double check your torque, just see what it feels like. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. We're done. And that's it. Now the old one, this is the old one. They get pretty well scraped up. That's just the design of it. It doesn't have something in front. I put this in front so I'm not riding against the metal as this gets worn down. And the wheel is able to hit the curb, the edge of the sidewalk. And that's it. So now to sort of show you, just roll it. Okay. So now it's on the scraper bar. It's on the scraper bar. You'll see that the tolerances are super tight. When I mean tolerance, the gap between the concrete and the scraper bar is pretty much the scraper bar is right on the concrete. They'll give you a really nice clean scrape up of the snow. So now that I have a brand new scraper bar, my wheels aren't necessarily going to be scraping or rolling on the concrete. And I'll be in a scraper bar. And that's just the way Ego designed it. So it wears out, gets real low, and you got to get a new one. But that's their design. Eventually, I will replace these wheels with a little bit better design, but right now I like them because when it hits the curb, I'll show you what it does. Okay, so if you look at the edge of the concrete, it's raised pretty high. So with the wheels now, as it rolls, the wheels will hit the edge that's raised, and then it'll give me an indication that, hey, there's a bump there. Okay. As I'm rolling it, kind of hits that. But see, I still, at least now I know that I gotta come up. Because boom, right there is where you'd hit the curb. See, it's a lot easier with the wheels. Okay. Okay, here's the bump. The wheels hit first. Lets me know there's something there, so then I can pick up a little bit. Go over. Okay, friends, so that's it. That's how you would do this thing. And now it's gonna snow tonight. They're predicting a lot of snow. So this is ready. There's a couple of things I can do to make it even better. And that's to put some polishing wax in here. Helps the snow get thrown a lot further. And it's a lot more fun. But that's how you do this. All right, thanks for watching, and get ready for the big snowfall. All right, thank you. One more washer, I forgot. That one right there. Okay. Look at the scraping, getting nice and low. But now the scrape bar is nice. So it really gets down there. Look at the sidewalk. Look how clean it's scraping it down. Okay, we did get snow finally. That's how deep it is. So I thought there was going to be not that much snow, but it's a lot of snow. Look at the mounds. So the snow blower, waiting on the batteries to recharge, but it's doing a good job today. The new scraper bar. All right.